Miss Kasey here from the Avon Free Library. Today we're going to be doing DIY scratch art. Scratch art's super fun. Your picture will probably look more beautiful than this, but I was just having a really good time scratching. So what you need to start is a piece of cardstock, something to cover your workspace, black paint. You can use acrylic paint or you can use tempera paint. I'm using tempera paint. A little bit of dish soap, a foam brush or any sort of brush. I like the foam brush because it helps the paint go on thicker. Something to scratch the scratch art, and some crayons. So the first thing we have to do after covering our workspace is to fill this whole page with crayon. You don't want to have blank spaces, but otherwise you can do whatever you want. Bright colors look really cool against the black, as you can see. So definitely do a variety of colors. You can do a whole beautiful picture if you want. It's going to get painted over, and then the scratch art might mean that you can't see all of it. So you can do whatever you want. You can hide a secret message in here, whatever. So first I'm going to add my color. I filled my paper. So the next thing we're going to do is paint. So I've already mixed some tempera paint with some dish soap. And it doesn't have to be too thick going on. In fact, it's better for it to be a little bit thinner. And I heard somebody say you kind of have to do it like you're petting a cat. One direction, not like a dog. Like a cat. So acrylic paint will go on thicker and you might only need one coat. Since I'm using tempera paint, I'll probably have to do a second coat. You want to get nice and thin. You don't want too many clumps. So if that was too much to color, or if you want your picture to be a little smaller, you can draw a square in the middle and just color that in. And then it'll give you something to hold too on the sides. My hands are going to get painty. So cute. Clean up the edges here. Okay, I painted my first layer, but like I said, I did tempera paint, so I definitely need another layer. So now we wait. Okay, so this is mostly dry. I think I'm ready to do a second coat. So for this one, I went horizontally. So now I want to go vertically, and that really just helps cover the painting really well. I want good coverage. So the point of the dish soap and the paint, which I thought was kind of weird, just soap in the paint, it really helps things stick to the crayon because the crayon's kind of waxy, and so the paint wouldn't stick very well and it might chip off. So this sort of helps it stick better. Oh, that looks better already. Look at that. Again, pretty thin layer. You don't want it to be too thick. It'll make it take forever to dry. So one thing you can do if you don't want to wait for your scratch art to dry is that you can play in it when it's wet. You can use a Q-tip when the first coat is wet, and you can draw like that. So you can kind of experiment with that a little bit. Okay. Second coat. Oops. I shouldn't have messed with it. Alright, second coat is done. And now we wait. Alright, so I really got ahead of myself and started scratching before I turned the camera on. So check this out. This is really fun to do. You'll get a little bit of black paint that will scratch off, obviously, but it doesn't make too much of a mess. So that's do-it-yourself scratch art.